Welcome back, YouTube. We are continuing MSQ. We're going to speak with Moglin, and I have no idea what about, actually. Something about the Mog home and proving that we're not here just to kill dragons. Let's go ahead and speak to Moglin. Tell me, in the world down below, do all of your kind look so different from one another? It must be terribly disconcerting. What was it Kuplokok called you again? MSQ. Your names are as odd as your appearance. Have you ever considered a nice Moogle name? Moglin is taken, by the way. As are Mogun, Mogmug, and Mogwin. These names being the names of the three wise Moogles who will administer the momentous challenges that I have devised to measure your worth. I call them the Trials of Trustworthiness. Undertake these trials, and we shall soon see whether or not you are worthy of our aid. Oh, we get weapons now. There's nothing for a lance, dragoon, if you will. I don't think it matters too much. We'll take the samurai one. Hello. Yes, I am Mogin, the foremost alchemist in Mogholm, if you must know. If your tummy's gloopy or your wings droopy, I have a potion to fix that. Or, I would if I didn't keep running out of ingredients. Luckily, you're here to do my trial. Yes, go forth, mighty adventurer, and mightily pluck 3 sprigs of cloud's breath for me. You'll find it blooming near the entrance of Al Tom. It's not the safest of places, so don't let yourself be too distracted by the pretty flowers. That's Moggin. Let's speak with Mogmug. Yes, you have the pleasure of speaking with Mogmug. I know, I am the fluffiest, most enchanting creature you have ever laid eyes upon. It isn't as easy being this adorable. I can barely take a stroll outside without those relentless Gervanians throwing themselves at me. Why, they look as if they might just gobble me right up. In any case, fleeing their overbearing adulation is growing a bit tiresome. Your trial, sir, is this. Find these ardent Archosaurs and slap some manners into them. Perhaps a firm smack on the snout will teach them to appreciate my charm from afar. I don't know, he just seemed like a pompous Moogle. Mogwin's the name, and the art is my game. When it comes to painting, there are none in Mogholm can match my talent with a brush. I know why you have come. Chieftain Moglin has demanded that I test your trustworthiness, but as I trust no one to create art that will satisfy me, I instead charge you with retrieving a masterpiece I seem to have misplaced. It was an ambitious and innovative work, guaranteed to fetch at least 4 Kupo nuts on the open market. You must find it. Question the masses. Surely a pebble painted with such vibrant color and unmistakable panache cannot have escaped the notice of every Moogle in Mogholm. Mogomo. Mogwin is missing his masterpiece. Oh, you mean that paint-smeared mess of a pebble? I have not seen it recently, a fact for which my eyes are profoundly grateful. Oh, damn. A muddled Moogle. Maestro Mogwin has misplaced his masterpiece. Oh, happy day. Damn. If I am the swifter in finding it, I will soon have a genuine Mogwin for the price of a little perspiration. Honestly, who has 4 Kupo nuts just lying around to spend on such luxuries? Mogto. A little bit bigger than the others. I don't know much about this stone, but I do know Mogwin's been creeping out the back way to Somal's summit from time to time. Maybe he left it up there. Oh, an Aether Current. Oh, it's... Where I was going is actually down? Oh. Okay. Well, what did you find out? Ah yes, now that you mention it, I do seem to recall leaving my pebble out in the sun to dry. The second part of your trial commences. Go, and retrieve my masterpiece before some art-starved admirer swipes that stone for himself. believe we're gonna want to go this way. It's the only way up. Zoom out a little so we can see where we're going. There we go. It's over here. Just another area. Whee! That's a long way. It didn't look like it was that high. That was a long way. You have it. Is my masterpiece safe? An ordinary rock awash with extraordinary color. What that color represents, however, you cannot discern from any angle. Yes, this is my work. Is it not exquisite? I call it Contemplations of Zenith. Thank you, sir. At last I can exchange my art for those delectable Kupo nuts. Chieftain Moglin will hear of this valorous deed. Oh, these are for healers. Casters or something. Okay, where else do we need to go? Kind of a ways away. We're now level 60. Cloud's Breath. Need 3 of them. Another. Third will probably be that way. Let's do this real fast. Now we need to find this third Cloud's Breath. It's by trees, so maybe it's over here? No? Okay, let's go back this way. Interesting. Don't tell me it's going to be high up above, because that would suck. It's also, how am I going to get up there? Oh. Alright. And back to the Moogles. You were able to humble my Gervanian devotees. Wonderful. You are as capable as I am captivating. Still, my precious perfection does not excuse those louts from pursuing me so mercilessly, their tongues lolling and bellies rumbling. The Gervanians and their ilk have much to learn about acceptable acts of admiration. Did you have any trouble finding Cloud's Breath? I do need it quite urgently, you know. Lack of imagination has led to most white flowers found growing in the skybound regions of Gervania and Abalathia to be named after clouds, this light-petaled specimen being no exception. Oh yes, these are perfect! Now I have the main ingredient for my palm tonic. Speaking of which, how are you feeling, sir? Should you ever feel your palm losing its balance, then I'm your Moogle. There we go, Answer Dragoon. You have completed the trials of trustworthiness. Return to Chieftain Moglin and await his judgment. After I brandish this new weapon that I so desperately needed. He's just chilling in there. Hang on. He's just nice and nuzzled. That looks so comfy. MSQ, if that is what you insist on calling yourself, you have completed the trials of trustworthiness administered by the taskmasters Mogin, Mogmug, and Mogwin. During these grueling tests of character, I closely observed your conduct, as well as that of your companions, and I am decided. Gather your friends before me now so that I need not repeat myself needlessly. We do have some blue quests now. These are for the... Yep, so I'm just going to pick those up and do them later. Are these trials over then? My tasks have been little more than household chores. If our hosts elect not to grant their aid after working us like a pack of chocobos, I shall demand compensation in Kupo nuts out of principle. But I hope it will not come to that. Let us hear the chieftain's verdict, shall we? Oh no, the little boy has to do chores. How go your trials, warrior of light? I myself have been sent on a number of expeditions to chastise the local dragon population. Did not their chieftain wish to avoid inflaming the Dravanians? Such contradictions aside, our host seemed entranced by the height of my leap. They compared me to Mog, a lance-wielding Moogle warrior of Eld who also favored such attacks. It was meant as a compliment, I expect, but I doubt these furry lumps could outleap a caracal lamb, much less a dragoon. Conclude your business here swiftly. I like not this place. They're too cuddly for his liking. Standing here in Mogho, my thoughts turn inevitably to the legend of good King Mogomog XII and his seat in the heavens. Like most, I thought it no more than myth, a story for younglings that grew with the telling. With every passing moment, I become more certain that we have discovered the origin of the tale. Full eager am I to hear what the chieftain has to say. We've become such friends, Kupo. My Moogle cousins love to sing and dance as much as I do. Chieftain Moglin has finally come to decision, has he? Well, I suppose I'd better flutter over and see him then. What sorcery is this, that my heart should stir at mere fluffiness? Mask, I was, no matter, what is it? Chieftain Moglin has made his decision. Well, let us not keep him waiting then. Alright, that's everybody. Too far away. Come on. Come on, bro. Too far away, my ass. Everybody walking like Kane-sana. Never have I seen such determined workers. It would have taken us moons to complete all those dreary chores and niggling errands. And have our labors proven the purity of our intentions, Chieftain? Without a doubt. In fact, there was never really all that much doubt to begin with. You were, after all, already friends with a fellow Moogle. But you see, before any meeting with Resvelgar could take place, certain preparations needed to be made. And what better way to help you pass this time than by having you perform all the tiresome tasks that no one ever wants to do? Oh dear, the horn! Bring out the horn, quickly now! We blow on this wondrous instrument whenever we wish to speak with the Great Worm. We haven't perhaps been treating it with the care it deserves of late, and I think Morgan may have sat on it, so we need some time for cleaning and polishing and straightening. No lasting harm done, though. Now you need simply head to Zenith, the worm's dwelling to the west, and give the horn a good toot. We are on your debt, Chieftain. Thanks to your noble gift, we shall finally have a chance to plead our case to Graves Velgar. It's just spelled stupid. Very possibly, yes, but I wouldn't get my hopes up too high. The old worm isn't terribly fond of, Your concern is appreciated, but I'm quite certain that Graves Velgar will welcome our overtures. Should we ever arrive at his lair, we have squandered enough time already. Scorns. Her scorn. Chieftain Moglin, we thank you for your gracious hospitality. But we must soon take our leave. I pray that we may continue to nurture the shoots of this new-sprung friendship twixt earth and sky. Of course, of course. Visit us whenever you wish. Consider Monghob your home amongst the clouds. Thanks for the help. I doubt I would ever have found time for all those rotten chores. Hey, it wasn't my idea. If the chieftain hadn't spent a little less time sitting about, a little more time chieftaining, things would have gotten so messy in the first place. He was the one who sat on the horn, by the way. Now, all the errands are done and the horn is fixed, so all's well that ends well. Well, I expect you're eager to be on your way. Did I mention your friend was looking for you? If not, Alphanode is looking for you. I'll be waiting just outside, stretching my wings. Let me know when you're ready to depart. To the best of my knowledge, we have all that we need for our trip to Zenith. I believe the Elder Seatsier and her retinue will soon be making the journey back to Gridania. It would be remiss of us, I think, not to convey our gratitude to them prior to going our separate ways, shall we? Alphanode MSQ, I do humbly thank you for what has been a most enlightening experience. Were it not for your pioneering spirit, the existence of these Mughals might never have been revealed to us. 'Tis we who should be thankful, Elder Seedseer. Were it not for your timely diplomacy, they would have never given chose to reveal themselves at all. And 'twas your presence, Kuplo Kop, that ultimately won us their trust. It must have taken great courage to leave the sanctuary of the Twelveswood. We are exceedingly glad that you did. It was my pleasure. I've made so many new friends and have so many fantastic tales to my King's Mughals back home. It is to our home that we must now return. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal, my friends. Safe journey, Elder Seedseer. We too must be on our way. Svelgar awaits. Warrior of Light, pray attend closely to your companion, Sir Estinian. Beneath that stoical facade, a storm of anguish seethes unseen. She got up close and personal on that one. Have you said your goodbyes and dabbed away your tears? I did dab. Then we are indeed ready to go. As Chieftain Moglin already explained, the shiny instrument we gave you is the best means of grabbing Resveilgar's attention. I'll come along and show you the way to Zenith. That's the big palace where you need to blow the horn. First things first, though, we need to make for Asa. Oh, and watch out for the rampaging dragons. Maybe that should have been the first thing. There's another blue quest. If it is an Aether, shall take it, yes. Alright, so for the main scenario, we've got this little bit right there. Okay, we'll see you in a sec. Gotta be dragons! gonna have to go up and around, it looks like. This way. We need to kill these for probably an Aether quest. So don't mind me. We'll come back for him. We've got places to go and MSQ to see. Ice Dragon. Whoa, what the hell? They came out of nowhere. They actually scared me. They came out of nowhere. And you just hear... They fucking ran up on you, boy. Literally. Okay, Square, I see you. Thing is so tiny. Alright, we're around the corner. Looks like the entrance to... what did they call it? Zenith. I wonder what the summoning stone is for. Things were a bit bitey for a while there, but I think we've arrived in one piece. I wonder what has the dragon so awfully snappy. I mean, the bad ones are always bad, but they seem worse than usual. Check out this chess piece. We may have a small problem, Kupo. When the winds are high like this, Race Veilgar invariably abandons his lofty perch and heads to the lands below to hunt. If you tried blowing the horn now, I doubt he'd hear it. I suggest we stop at the clearing up ahead and rest until the wind dies down. Speaking of, I have an Aether current to get. Quite a bit away. Quite a bit away. Waiting for the wind to change? Okay. I really hope that the person naming the quests got a raise, because damn, they're good. John Mayer ass. This should do nicely, Kupo. The winds will likely have died down by tomorrow, but until then we might as well make ourselves comfortable. If we must interrupt our journey so close to its end, I suppose this place is as good as any. And mayhap a brief respite from the hardships of the road will help to clear our minds in readiness for the coming parley. Very well then, I believe a campfire is in order. Leave the gathering of fuel to me. I acquired a keen nose for firewood during my time in the frozen wastes of Kurthus. Clear our minds. 'Tis Master Alphinaud whose mind needs clearing. Thought of meeting a great worm in the flesh has befuddled the boy. Did you see him stroll away as if these ruins were not crawling with deadly beasts? Follow him, MSQ, and see that the wildlife does not make a meal of our young friend. We will have the camp ready by the time you return. We did head this way. Looks like there's 2 spots. We'll go to the eastern one first. Or, yeah, we'll go this way. Alright, now to the west. Go over this ridge. Hills, these hills. Hopefully this lower Skylord doesn't get in my way. Move a little bit this way. Okay, good. I was afraid that AoE was gonna aggro him. Alright, back all the way up there. I see I was right to worry about the boy's safety. Once Alphanode returns with the wood, we can see about supper. The Ice Queen has filled a pot with what look like stew ingredients ready for the fire. Doesn't look too bad, actually. Oh, freaking A. Ah, few things compare to the simple pleasure of sitting beside a crackling campfire of one's own making. Ah, so speaks the great explorer. Until recently, you wouldn't have recognized firewood if it came with kindling and a flint. It's well you instructed me so patiently, then. But yes, left to my own devices, I would have been compelled to signal a cell with a pile of damp leaves. I was born the pampered son of a Charlean dignitary, and alongside my twin became the youngest student ever to be accepted into the studium. How proud I was to match wits with scholars and philosophers, how ignorant of mine own shortcomings. Hubris invited manipulation and betrayal, and led to the downfall of the Scions. We all of us are guilty of similar ignorance. How many men laid down their lives never knowing what it is they fight for, never questioning that which they have taught to believe? It was only upon meeting Grace Veilgar that I learned the truth hidden within our history. Were it not for that chance encounter, I would never have vowed to tear down the Holy See and expunge the falsehoods with which it fans the flames of conflict. I would have lived and died in ignorance. That the truth has driven me to do terrible things, I cannot deny. But I would rather sin in the pursuit of peace than imagine myself virtuous for perpetuating a needless war. If this journey has taught me anything, it is the importance and difficulty of holding to one's convictions in the face of failure, striving always to replace one's ignorance with knowledge. You are well on your way, Master Alphanode. At your age, I was but a fool swinging a spear with scarcely a thought in my head. Even now, I struggle to acknowledge the misconceptions under which I have labored. Sitting here, amongst these grand ruins, can I deny that man and dragon once lived in peace? But for all that was such agent existed, we are now in a time of war. Nigihog killed my family. No quirk of history will exonerate him. I may be ignorant of how the Dragon Song War began, but if we do not put an end to this conflict now, and say for a certainty that it will only breed more vengeful souls, such as mine. In my hands resides the power to vanquish a great worm. If Ishgard's survival rests on me wielding that power, I will slay Nidhogg myself. Orders or no. Justinian, you gave your word. My word is contingent upon the success of your parley. Show me the strength of your convictions, Lady Iceheart. Convince Resveilgar of the righteousness of your cause. Doubt not but that I shall, Dragoon. Well, winds willing, we shall have our answers on the morrow. Let us sleep now and face our fate with the rising of the sun. The campfire was so cozy. I must have fallen asleep. Excuse me. Let me drink something. But do you feel how the winds have shifted? People have borne her as Veilgar back to the skies above Zenith. I'm sure of it. This is your chance to climb to the highest floor of the palace and summon him with a toot on that shiny horn. So, I'll be heading back now, if it's all the same to you. How high is it? Oh my. We'll see you in a hot, thick second. And we've got ourselves another Aetheryte. Let's go ahead and attune to this real fast. They're pretty much like the pinnacle. I can't even zoom my camera up that far. But we climb here. Oh, to be able to fly already. Oh, I can hear an Aetheryte. Or not an, sorry, not an Aether, an Aether Current. I can hear an Aether Current. Kind of reminds me of the Never-Ending Story. This is the one who swallowed Shiva? Wait, he's missing an eye.
Do you not remember me? 'Twas I whom you found in Dravania. I who glimpsed the truth about your past, about Shiva.
Yeah, that set him off.
But speak it I must. I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself as her vessel. She has made her heart known to me. I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva reborn. Then the spirit that answered me.
Be that as it may, Lord Hraesvelga, Izel's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real, and it has borne us this far. We would spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
Snowdoan Kim
Stinian just learned the truth. Wonder what he has to say.
Your tale bears scant resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, dragon, why should I believe your version of events?
Ishgard's so-called heretics.
Then the seed lies within us.
Oh shit. That's why they were able to transform when we fought them.
Ye gods, I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Drovanian enchantment. But if any Ishgardian, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain.
Oft have I wondered why Nidhogg did not simply raze Ishgard to the ground. Now I have my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragonsong War, for it is no war at all, but vengeance, an eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
I have not come this far only to admit defeat. We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors' crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
Well, shit, what now? I literally have no inclination as to where this is gonna go. Also, I did not do any dialogue for his survival guide. Like, I didn't do any translation because it was still technically a voice line. So hopefully you're able to read along. If not, you know, you can just pause or whatever. So I thought they were... I was so absorbed in it anyways, by the time I realized I wasn't reading his lines, I was like, oh shit. For his Veilguard was every bit as awe-inspiring as I imagined. His voice fairly dripped with power. Will behind his words so undeniable that it transcended my ignorance of the dragon's tongue. It's but a pity that I misliked what he said. So far did we travel, even unto the very heavens themselves, only to be dismissed like unruly children. And far from mitigating this humiliation, the hidden truths we have learned serve only to prove that our grand mission of peace was destined to fail from the first. Nothing will deter Nidhogg from his course.
Well, what do you propose we do now? I, for one, am intent on continuing to the east.
What is there to be found in the east?
Nidhogg's lair, the Eyrie, is said to lie in that direction. And the eye tells me he is near.
You cannot still mean to slay him.
You cannot still mean to stop me. I have been true to my word, and aided you in this fool's errand with Hraesvelgr. But your efforts at parley have come to naught, Lady Iceheart. I would see Ishgard saved, and for that, Nidhogg must die.
With the tale of our ancestors' vile betrayal yet ringing in your ears, you speak of continuing this war?
Nay, lady. I would but pierce its vengeful heart. When Nidhogg dies, this war shall die with him.
A moment, Estinian. You yourself spoke of the Great Worm's strength, that you believed him powerful enough to raise your city to the ground. How then are we few to challenge him? Even behind the stout walls of Ishgard, with an army of knights manning the defenses, our victory would be hard won. Yet you propose to contend with the beast in his own lair.
In close combat, this will afford us an advantage. And with two Azure Dragoons working in unison, who can say what might be possible? But such speculation is meaningless if we cannot even find the worm. Our first task must be to seek out Nidhogg's lair.
The story of this nation grows bloodier by the moment. Must death always be answered with more of the same?
Such is the way of things, I fear. I shall consider it a miracle if mine armor is not stained crimson ere this conflict is ended.
I should be blinded by my own lies. Everything I believed, everything I thought I was, gone. All gone.
Leave her. Your words will not reach her now. And we have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of her shattered faith.
Talk to her real fast. What false god is this Shiva? What manner of phantom have I welcomed into my heart? Oh boy. I go all the way down there. I'm just gonna travel. Instead of going all the way down. Oh, I also have some new pants I can wear. We got some fighting to do. The Worm's Lair is the next. Oh, that is a bit of ways away, so I'm gonna go ahead and see you in a second. More dragons. We'll get this Aether Current real fast. I love that they also... I don't know if they do it for all of them, but I've at least found a few that are like in the way of the directions that you go for MSQ. So I hope that at least there's none that are like out of the way, although I wouldn't be surprised if there were. I would hope that they put all of the ones that you can find out and about, but like in the directions of where you're going, and then just like the quest ones or the ones you can see also that you pick up. Okay, we're just around the corner now. And we should be getting some help from the FC2 here in a second. Somebody's going to help me with a healer queue. It's be a blue quest as well. Put that up first. There's a fate here. Yep. Go around. Oh, dang. Look at where we are. We're like... Is there anything above? Okay. There's whatever that is above the clouds. And then the temple, and then the moon. I don't see anything else. This might be like the furthest, the highest up we can go. It's just the sea of clouds. And whatever that is.
Is that it?
Well, that just answered that. That's the area?
Aye, that would be the area. I feel Nidhogg's presence through the eye, his caustic hatred gnawing at my soul. 'Twould seem the death of his consort has put him on guard. Mark how he wards his lair with tempestuous winds.
A similar barrier once barred our entrance to the primal Garuda's domain, until we discovered the means by which it could be penetrated. Mayhap it is time we called upon Master Garland. It will be just like the good old days, no?
Yes, yeah, I guess it wouldn't be too far for him to... This is why I was like, what's the elevation right now? What is Samal with the churning mist and then the Sea of Clouds? I need to know the elevation. Or maybe it's all on the same elevation. It's just distant lands. Like how... Anyways. It's just like California to New York. You know, we're on the same plane. We're not like in the atmosphere. Maybe that's it. Maybe the Sea of Clouds is just like a different area. It's not so much height, it's level. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. A force of sufficient power to break through a primal's defenses might conceivably grant us access to the area, and I can offer no better solution. Pray consult this engineer friend of yours. Very well. On the condition that you swear not to lure Nidhogg from his lair in our absence. And steal all the glory for myself, you mean? Nay, I am not so selfish as that. Contact me by Link Pearl with your preparations when they are complete. We shall set forth from Ishgard together. I suggest we rendezvous back at St. Reniat's Forum, MSQ. From what I gleaned of the Holy See's decidedly ambitious airship project, Sid will still be in Ishgard. That's going to do it for this block, y'all. We will continue with the Airy in the next one. Like, subscribe. We'll see you then.